Good afternoon everyone, my name is Yasmay Perez, last reporter of Chapter 4. At ngayon naman po is mapag-uusapan natin ang danger of technology. Kasama niyan, mapag-uusapan natin ang perspective nila Paulo Coelho at Martin Heidegger regarding technology and its essence. And also, we're going to tackle about the risks and benefits of technology. Kasunod naman nating may di-discuss ang art as a saving power. At atin din mapag-uusapan yung perspective ni Friedrich Hölderlin and Heidegger about art as a saving power. At ating malalaman ang role of art as a saving power. But first, let's talk about the danger of technology. So, ano ba yung danger of technology? The danger of technology is not only about gadgets or machines themselves, but about how people allow themselves to be controlled or consumed by technology. When humans depend too much on it, they risk losing their true humanity. So sabi dito, ang danger daw ng technology ay kapag sobrang nakadepend na tayo dito. At nawawala na yung essence ng pagiging tao natin. So ang ibig sabihin is kapag nagiging resources na lang ang mga tao and yung nature natin ng technology. So, ang tanong is paano natin masasabi na nakokontrol na tayo ng technology? Bago natin masagot yung katanungan na yan, alamin natin muna yung perspective ni Paulo Coelho. So, si Paulo isa sa Brazilian novelist and a member of Brazilian Academy of Letters since 2002. So, sabi niya, in Nature and Humanity, Paulo remarked that it is a boastful of human to think that nature needs to be saved, whereas Mother Nature would remain if human doesn't exist, hence in facing the danger of technology. So, ibig niyang sabihin dito, hindi daw natin dapat isipin na ang nature is kailangan nating iligtas. Kasi kahit mawala ang tao or kahit hindi tayo nag-exist, magpapatuloy pa din yung nature. Ang dapat nating ikabahala or katakot ay yung baka mawala yung essence natin bilang tao dahil sa technology. Kaya dapat maging responsible tayo at hindi hayaang kainin tayo ng teknolohiya. Now proceed naman tayo kay Martin Heidegger. So si Martin was a German philosopher and a towering figure in 20th century continental philosophy. So according to him, in the essence of technology, which today's humans particularly like to pay homage, makes them utterly blind to the essence of technology. Ultimately, the essence of technology is by no means anything technologically. So sabi niya, ang tunay daw na danger is wala sa gadgets or products ng technology, but in the way people see the world because of technology. For example natin dito is yung, para mas lalo po natin maintindihan, for example, is yung puno. In technology, resources lang yung puno na ginagamit paggawa ng papel or ng paper. So, masasabi nating danger ito ng technology dahil sa hindi nakikita ng tao ang kahalagahan ng puno sa nature natin dahil sa impluwensya ng technology. So, ganun po pala kadelikado yung technology natin, no? Pero hindi po natin may tatanggi na napakalaki ng naitutulong ng technology sa pag-unlad ng ating society. But, in the same way, meron tayong mga common risks of technology. So, 7 yung nandito, but common risk lang po ito. Marami pa pong iba. So, number 1 po natin is addiction. Sobrang paggamit ng gadgets. Especially sa mga bata ngayon, napakaraming bata ngayon na addict na sa gadgets, mobile games, ganyan. And number 2 po natin is privacy and security issues. So, dito na pumapasok yung hacking, identity theft. And number 3 is job displacement. For example nito, yung sa agriculture. Diba? Instead na tao yung mag-harvest ng isang pananim, no, meron na po tayong ngayon harvester machinery. Instead na mabigyan ng pangkabuhayan yung tao, is napapalitan na ng technology yung kanilang pagkakakitaan. Number 4 natin is mental health concern. Especially sa social media, napakaraming bashers, no, na nagdudulot ng cyberbullying. Pwede kang magdulot ng anxiety, stress, depression, ganyan, etc. Then number 5 is misinformation. Sa mga content creators din, example, na napakarami nilang mga fake news na sinasabi, pinupost into social media para lang may content at para kumita sila sa sarili lang nilang kapakanan. And next is the digital divide. So sa panahon ngayon, no, lalo na sa mga adolescents, is kapag naka iPhone ka, is mayaman ka. Then kapag naka Android or wala kang gadgets, yan is mahirap ka na. So yun yung common risk ng nadudulot ng technology. Then next is the loss of a human values. So yan, nagiging instrument yung tao ng technology instead na tayo ang kumukontrol or nagpapalakad lang sa technology, na dahilan na pwedeng magkawala ng ating human essence. So, ganun kadelikado yung nadudulot ng technology kapag mali natin siyang ginagamit. So, dapat as a human or tao, is dapat alam nating kontrolin ang paggamit ng technology in a good way. But, sa kabila po ng mga risks na yan, is meron din naman tayong mga benefits na nakukuha or common benefits. Kagaya na lang ng nasa number 1 is can improve communication. So, before is hindi ka pwedeng makipag-communicate kapag malayo, is letter lang, and matagal pang araw bago makarating sa'yo yung letter kapag nasa malayong lugar ka. But today's, in modern technology, is nagagawa na natin makipag-communicate on time, especially sa messengers, Twitter, yan, sa social media. Yan. Next is the education and learning. So, sa panahon ngayon is madalas nasa internet na, hindi na masyadong nagagamit yung library. Ganyan, kapag may gusto kang makuhang information, search mo lang sa AI. No? So, number 3 natin is global awareness. Especially sa social media din, napakarami nating information na pwedeng makuha. Pero, if naaalala nyo, yung diniscuss natin kanina, yung series, no, pwede tayong makakuha ng wrong information or fake news through social media. Kaya dapat make sure na i-confirm muna natin na tama yung information na nakuha natin. Next is the healthcare advancement. So, sa panahon ngayon, yung dating lang, mga herbal lang, but ngayon, in a modern technology, napakarami na ring modern medical equipment, no? Napapabilis niya yung diagnosis ng isang doktor sa isang patient. So, napakalaking tulong nun sa mga patient or sa may mga sakit. Next is transportation. If dati, kalikalesa lang yung ginagamit nila nun is kabayo, but in a modern technology, naka-improve ng mga trains, bus, ganyan, airplanes, yan. The next in agriculture. So, ito na nga yung in-example natin kanina, yung sa agriculture. So, napapadali niya yung pagtatanim. No? Napakarami ng mga machinery na ginagamit in agriculture. And now, let's move on to the previous topic and And proceed tayo sa next topic po natin, which is the art as a saving power. So, ano ba yung art as a saving power? So, pag sinabi po nating art, is not totally a sining. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang siya basta sining. Art, in a philosophy side, is called techne. Techne is a Greek word po. At ang kahulugan niya is revealing the truth. At ang saving power naman daw ay salvation from the danger of technology. So, kapag sinabi nating art as a saving power, is nangangahulugan na revealing the truth as a salvation from the danger of technology. So, ang art as a saving power daw is idea ni Heidegger. At ang tanong ngayon is paano naging saving power ang art sa dalang danger ng technology. So, bago natin alamin yan, is alamin muna natin yung perspective ni Johann Christian Friedrich Hölderlin. So, sabi ni Hölderlin, but whereas the danger is, grows the saving power also. So, sabi niya, ibig sabihin, kung saan daw yung danger na dala ng technology is nandun din daw yung solution or way para makaligtas tayo sa danger na yon. Kaya nga naisip ni Heidegger yung art as a saving power para maibalik natin yung tamang ugnayan ng tao sa technology sa mundo natin. Okay, dito sa slide na to, dito natin masasagot yung bakit naging saving power yung art sa danger na dala ng technology. So, ano ba yung nagagawa kasi ng art? So, number 1 is revealing. Art reveals deeper truth about life, nature, and humanity. Gaya nga ng mga diniscuss ko kanina is halos nilalamon ng mga tao ng technology. Hindi na natin nakikita yung totoong halaga ng buhay dito sa mundo. So, next naman natin ay protection. Arts protect human dignity. Kumbaga, sa tulong ng arts, is nadadagdagan yung value ng tao. Kumbaga, mas binibigyan niyang halaga yung buhay ng tao or binabalik niya yung halaga ng tao sa mundo natin. Next role ng arts ay inspiration. Arts inspire the creative and ethical use of technology, which means nakakatulong yung art na magamit natin ng balance at tamay sa creative way ang technology. Next naman natin ang humanization. Arts keep technology centered on human values. So, sa ganung paraan, nakakatulong ang art sa atin to help us to prevent human essence. Or in a simple word po, the role of art is to reminding us of truth, beauty, and meaning, and para i-guide tayo sa technology to remain humane. So, nag-provide po ako ng mga examples dito para mas maintindihan natin yung art as a saving power. So, for example po natin dito is yung sa technology view in social media, it can cause stress, anxiety, depression, cause of cyberbullying in social media. But in a art view, music calms, inspire, can remove stress, restores humanity. So, yun na nga sinasabi ni Hölderlin, na kung saan yung danger is nandun din yung salvation natin, which is the music is parts of social media din naman po, di ba? So, naganda pa rin po ako ng isang example dito para po mas lalo nating maintindihan. In a technology view, social media content. Social media content has a great bad influence that people can easily adopt. No? Kapag napanood mo na is pwede mo nang may apply sa buhay mo na pwedeng mag-cost pagkawala ng ating human essence. But in a art view, film or photography can reveal the story and reality of community, culture, or issue are revealed, becoming a way to create awareness. So hanggang dito na lang po yung ating discussion regarding to art as a saving power. So hopefully po na naintindihan ng lahat. Thank you so much po.